This is 4 Maccabees 16. This is 16 of 18. I had a real hard time keeping together this last story. It's absolutely brutal what this mother and these 7 boys went through at the hands of their neighbors. Okay? Here's 4 Mac 16. If then the mother, advanced in years, and the mother of the 7 sons, endured seeing her children tortured to death, it must be admitted that devout reason is sovereign over the emotions. Thus have I demonstrated not only that men have ruled over the emotions, but also that a woman has despised the fiercest tortures. The lions surrounding Daniel were not so savage, nor was the raging fiery furnace of Michelle so intensely hot, as was her innate parental love inflamed as she saw her 7 sons tortured in various ways. But the mother quenched so many and such great emotions by devout reason. Consider this also. If this woman, though a mother, had been faint-hearted, she would have mourned over them, and perhaps have spoken as follows: "Oh, how wretched am I, and many times unhappy! After bearing 7 children, I am now the mother of none. Oh, 7 childbirths, all in vain, 7 profitless pregnancies, fruitless nurturings and wretched nursings. In vain, my sons, I have endured many birth pangs for you, and the more grievous anxieties of your upbringing. Alas for my children! Some unmarried, other married without offspring. I shall not see your children, or have the happiness of being called grandmother. Alas, I, who have had so many and beautiful children, am a widow and alone with many sorrows. Nor when I die shall I have any of my sons to bury me." Yet the sacred and God-fearing mother did not wail with such a lament for any of them, nor did she dissuade any of them from dying, nor did she grieve as they were dying, but as though having a mind like an adamant and giving rebirth for immortality to the whole number of her sons, she implored them and urged them on the death for the sake of religion. O mother, soldier of God, in the cause of religion, elder and woman, by steadfastness you have conquered even a tyrant, and in word and deed you have proved more powerful than a man. For when you and your sons were arrested together, you stood and watched Eleazar being tortured, and said to your sons in the Hebrew language, "My sons, noble is the contest to which you are called to bear witness for the nation. Fight zealously for our ancestral law, for it would be shameful if, while an aged man endures such agonies for the sake of your religion, that you young men were to be terrified by tortures. Remember that it is through God that you have had a share in the world and have enjoyed life, and therefore you ought to endure any sufferings for the sake of God. For his sake, and also the father of Abraham was zealous to sacrifice his son Isaac, the ancestor of our nation. And when Isaac saw his father's hand wielding a sword and descending upon him, he didn't cower. And Daniel, the righteous, was thrown into the lions, and Haniel, Azariah, and Mishael were hurled into the fiery furnace, and they all endured it for the sake of God. You too must have the same faith in God, and be not grieved. It is unreasonable for people who have religious knowledge not to withstand pain." By these words, the mother of the 7 encouraged and persuaded each of her sons to die rather than to violate God's commandment. They knew that those who die for the sake of God live in God, as do Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all the patriarchs.